What would you do if Barack Obama knocked on your door with a suitcase and said he was going to stay with you for a few weeks?
Start watching the news because if he needs to lay low for a while, some serious shit is about to go down.
Ask him to accompany me to my next job interview.
Hide all my posters of Donald Trump and George Bush.
I'd roll up a blunt and we'd chill out to some tunes. Dude seems like a good guest. Also, I'd go to social media to brag that I can't be racist because I have a black friend now. Obama, hello Templefugate, I'm here to stay for a bit. I can't pay you much but for the time being, I brought this pizza. Me, jimming the camera, thanks Obama. Cue laugh track.
Let him in and treat him well for however long he stays. Then immediately put him on my resume as a reference and apply for my dream job.
I'd probably suggest watching a Mel Brooks movie, cause I have a box set. It's gonna be awkward if he chooses Blazing Saddles though. Edit, while motherfuckers need to lay off the porn.
I'd just say, fine, but you're gonna have to crash on the couch with my dog. If he's cool with that, then hell yeah, I'd let a bizzle surf my couch.
Only admit him if he allows endless "thanks Obama" jokes. Dude's a riot though, so I imagine he won't mind.
Take pictures recreating every Obama-Biden meme with me as Biden. Gotta get me some rocking aviators.
Ask for the rent up front. Former president or not, I don't accept freeloaders.
Keep him waiting for a bit while Michelle gets dressed and leaves by the back door. I'm not an animal.
Charge him for the stay and use the money to vacay solo dolo cause I'd rather be Obama self.
Oh hi Barack.
Welcome him in with open arms and just be happy that someone actually wants to spend time with me. I'm only slightly lonely.
He and I are both left-handed mixed-race Democrats raised by single mothers, born on August 4th and started our college careers outside of Los Angeles while being huge baseball fans. I'd assume he's here to finish what I've been suspecting all along: there can be only one.
I would start a YouTube channel with him called Living with Barack, and we'd document our lives together as best friends.
I'd shut the door. I don't take in illegal immigrants. Canada has rules.
Clear out the spare room and prep for the most interesting few weeks of my life. He's an interesting guy that's had experiences few people will ever experience, so he'd be awesome to sit down and talk with.
Obama, can you accommodate me in your house for next few weeks? Me, yes, we can.
I'd be fucking stoked.
Hide all of my Michelle fakes.
I didn't vote for Obama, nor do I agree with most of his political views. But damn does that dude seem like he would be fun to hang out with. He can totally sleep in my guest bedroom for a few weeks.
Nice try, Barack.
Double check that it's not an evil guy who's taken a polyjuice potion.
It'd probably let him in. Wouldn't really surprise me. Ever since that time Bob Saget showed up with a surgically grafted horse dildo and asked if I wanted to watch an episode of Full Horse, not much surprises me.
If I didn't faint, I'd check my meds to make sure I hadn't accidentally taken some combo that gives me auditory and visual hallucinations. Then, I'd call him in and call my mother, who would freak the fuck out. She loves him.
Invite the boys over and crack open a cold one.
We'd stay up late, tell scary stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Load the nice bong instead of the crappy one.
Alone. Like, he had a dispute with his wife or something. ... I mean, I guess I wouldn't ask questions, but it's okay if he takes my bed and I can temporarily sleep on the couch. I'm sure if he's chosen my house that there's the chance he wants to talk to me about something important or unimportant during that time. I'd leave that conversation to him, though. Shit. Maybe he chose my house specifically because he somehow knew there'd be no questions asked.
Only if you tell me what's the deal with aliens.
I'd say, let me be clear, the Chinese leftovers are not for you. There will be a teaching moment for you if you touch them.
Invite his ass in. I'm hardcore conservative, but I respect the office of the president and would love to have a conversation with him if he wouldn't mind. Otherwise we would probably just watch Netflix.
I'd ask him what his favorite beer was, go and get it, and get him legitimately drunk. Then I'd ask him his real opinion of Donald Trump. Then I'd ask him about his real opinion of Hillary Clinton.
It'd make the former president some waffles. It has always been my dream to give waffles to the president.
Barry O would definitely be welcome to stay until Michelle gets a wind of the situation and comes to get him. Barry O seems like the kinda guy that enjoys beer, so we would hit up the liquor store, grab a few beers, probably some variety packs. We would order some pizza, with pineapples of course. Then we would call Biden over and have a true boys' night filled with beer, pineapple pizza and Die Hard. Biden has a few too many beers. He gets a little mischievous when he has one beer too many. He starts prank calling Donald Trump on his personal cell phone. Biden figures Trump hasn't changed his phone yet since he can't remember his Twitter password, and let's face it, it is too late to back out now. After a few running refrigerator jokes, Trump finally figures out it's Biden and he calls Michelle. Michelle comes over furious as hell and drives Barry and Joe home. Overall, I expect it would be an epic 12 hours or so.
High fives all around. Break out the booze. This is our room, Mr. President, and there's the air mattress. You may like it even though it def kidding. Kidding. We're kidding. You can have our bed. We'll rename it the Presidential Suite. 4 hours later. So seriously, why did you keep deporting so many people?
He seems like a chill guy. I wouldn't mind having him around for a week.
Order pizza and spark AJ with my prez.
Panic clean the house.
I'm a Republican, so I'd be confused, but I'd definitely let him chill out.
Wonder why he was here in rural England, but go put the kettle on.
Jokes on Barack, I'm homeless.
I would joke and tell him he's taking a big risk with this in rural Texas, but he chose the right house. Come on in and have a drink. Hungry?
Prepare him for the loaded questions my grandparents would ask him, but then take a few moments with him and ask him if they're hiring at Area 51 and network my way up the chain of command until I become a high-key political figure and at the age of 44 become the first female president. Gotta think about the bigger picture here.
Aren't you, like, a millionaire?
I would probably say okay and go back to Overwatch.
I'd pull my ball out of the garage, raise my adjustable hoop up to 8 feet and tell him to prepare to be schooled.
I would warn him that my kids were going to drive him batshit crazy.
Overwhelmingly, wonder why. Invite him in, confer about what this means inasmuch as, why? Will we have Secret Service agents here? Our house isn't tiny, but it's not that big. Where are the agents gonna go?
I would welcome him with open arms, take all my vacation and then some, and listen to every word he said. I miss him so much, sad face. Tell him I would have to ask my parents.
I'd load up my range bag and take him to my local gun club. Fire some rounds down range and have a blast, then come home, have a few beers and get his perspective on life.
Wonder why he's hiding in the middle of nowhere, France, then ask him if he wants a drink. Do the same as I'd do with any of the living former presidents, invite them in, tell them to have a seat and get comfortable. I would also warn him that we have parrots and they're all flighted and he will get a visit from at least one of them fairly quickly. To be honest, of the current living group, Obama and W are the two that seem like they'd be the most interesting to talk to.
Ask him what's in the suitcase.
I'd welcome him in with open arms. I live in a 2-room dorm suite with no roommate. He can stay all damn year if he helps me study for my international relations midterms.
He would be pretty desperate to show up at the door of a rural conservative, so I'd probably show some southern hospitality and let him in.
He can have my bed, but my cat will walk on his tits to wake him up in the morning.
Complain to the college for putting 3 people in a 2-bed dorm room.
Consider subscribing.